What's up, YouTube? So, I think I want to be a moto vlogger. Even though I don't yet have a motorcycle, I feel like I learned a lot in my time up to getting a motorcycle. And I kind of just want to document my experience. So, I wanted to get a motorcycle for my birthday, which was 2 months ago. But thanks to COVID, you can't just go out and get a motorcycle license and do what you want to do. Everything's kind of delayed here now. So I did sign up for a motorcycle class to take the course later this month, and I'm looking forward to it. I looked at a lot of bikes. I looked at the Honda CBR. I want a sport bike. I looked at the Honda CBR. I live in the city. I live in an apartment building, so security is an issue, or a concern, I should say. Storage is a bit of a concern for me. So we got storage, security. The bike is of a concern. And then fourth, we kind of have, I guess insurance is an issue, but not that much. So 4 issues we have there. This camera is way too close, but whatever, it's gonna be my first video. So we'll get all the other stuff fixed later. Anyway, so what I did and what I encourage people who might be thinking about going to get a motorcycle to do is go to a dealership and sit on as many bikes as they will allow you to. Not many of them will allow you to drive them. Not many will allow you to drive them. But if they will, that'd be even best. Be even better. I've been to 2 dealerships so far, and one of them was willing to let me take a test ride, but I couldn't that day, and another one was just not willing to, even though I was going to buy the bike. That was just, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm 39 years old, and I don't want to buy a 300 or 400 or 450, whatever they are. I want to buy a 600 bike, and I think I want my next bike to be a cruiser bike. So kind of look at this long term. I think most people who are interested in getting a motorcycle should also look long term. Like, what do you think your first bike will be? What do you think your second bike will be? You know, what's your riding style gonna be? So yeah, I'm there. So I sat on the bikes. I was really leaning towards a Yamaha R6. I really thought I was gonna like that bike and be interested in it. And I sat on it, and it felt to me like that bike would make me want to be a speed demon. Now, I drive, most of the cars I've had in my life were kind of fast cars, except for my first car. My first car was a Honda Excel. It wasn't fast at all, but it was a stick shift, which was fun to learn on for your first car. My second car was a Acura Legend, which was a lot faster. My third car was another Acura Legend, which was also fast. What was my fourth car? I don't know. The most recent car was a Infiniti G35X. That was fun. It was a lot of fun. And the car I'm driving currently now is actually an SUV. Infiniti. So it has some good speed. I think. Anyway, so anyway, and sitting on that Yamaha, I kind of felt like I would be definitely in a sport bike, like super, super full tuck all the time, in there. I'm 5'9", 5'8", 186 pounds, and I don't know, maybe it's just ergonomically it wasn't there for me. It just kind of felt more like I would be in a full race tuck position all the time. The Yamaha felt that way. I got a Honda CBR, the 600 RR, and that one definitely felt like a race bike. So I was not interested in that Honda. Well, I know that might be the best motorcycle company out, because of all their bikes lasting forever, no matter what you do to them. Uh, for what you might do to them, I definitely should make a script for my next video. I'm gonna do that. But the Honda's kind of like they're kind of best of both worlds, right? Like you kind of get a really good quality bike, you get a really powerful bike, and you can kind of do with it whatever you want, and you don't have to worry about it. So it's not just all about time racing. And you don't have to worry about it. It's not gonna be a problem. Like it's gonna low maintenance. Really good. They hold on to their resale value really, really well, which is important for me. Like, as a newer rider, you want to make sure that you're going to be able to get something back out of your investment financially. You don't want to just go buy a bike and then should you decide to upgrade to a 1000 or something else like that, then you took a $5,000 loss. Like, you don't want to do that. And Honda's holding to their value really well. You still find 300s for $3,000. They could be a 97. They could be a '07. People understand the value of those bikes, and that's why they don't get sold for cheap. Anyway, so the CBR wasn't going to work. The R3 actually felt a lot better ergonomically to me. When it comes to Yamaha, it felt a lot better ergonomically than the R6, which is weird because I think they have the same frame. It's just engine size, but I don't know. It felt different. And so that brings me to the Suzuki GSXR, which I did not think I wanted, because in all my research, I kind of figured it was just squid missiles, and I didn't want to go ahead and label myself as a squid right away. So I wasn't ever interested in the GXers, but sitting on it felt really good. It has the power. This is a Suzuki, so cost, maintenance, and all that is not going to be that much. I'm not a gearhead at all, but I do try to do what I can. Like oil changes, brakes, I can do those things. When I had my Infinity car, I did experiment with air conditioning and exhaust, and it was fun. It wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be. So that's that. So yeah, that's that. Anyway, so I ended up deciding that I definitely want to go with the Kawasaki Ninja, the 650. Definitely decided that. The 400 is there too, and I was thinking about the 400 a lot. For price, I thought the 400 was a really good price. But for me, I don't think I'm going to be selling my motorcycle. I think I'm going to hold on to it for quite a while. Like I said, I already know what I want to get next, and I don't think it would be a good idea for me to buy a sport bike that I know I'm going to want to upgrade later, and get something faster, something bigger. I don't think that would be a good idea for me. So I decided I'm gonna go with the 650. That's gonna be my entry level to sport bikes, to motorcycling, period. And it just felt really good when I sat on that bike and I reached control, and I can hold it up, and 400 pounds just didn't feel heavy. And that's to say that 400 pounds of a motorcycle doesn't feel that heavy. Now, I've not dropped the bike, so I don't know if that's 100% accurate. The weight really only comes into play if you drop that bike. I think you only need 100 pounds, and that's women. if you're 100, 120 pounds, you'll be able to move that bike however you decide to move it, and that won't be a problem. Um, so I'm looking forward to getting on this bike. I was on it. I'm looking forward to driving it. My next video, I'm definitely gonna do some test drives, and hopefully I'm gonna do some test drives. Try to get here. The best thing I could say though, for anybody looking into getting a motorcycle, is definitely buy gear first. Don't go into a dealership looking at a motorcycle, ready to buy a motorcycle, and you don't have any gear. I have been really good about buying my gear. So I have gloves, I have a helmet, I bought pants, which I'm going to return. That's a whole nother video. I have a jacket, I have boots. Like, buy your gear first before you look to invest in a motorcycle. Buy all of the gear first. It will do two things. One is it will do two things. One is it will definitely let you know what you're getting into financially, because motorcycling is not cheap. This is my dog, Romeo. He wants to be in the picture so bad. Okay. It'll let you know what you're getting into financially, because I did when I decided I wanted to get into motorcycling, I didn't realize the financial aspect of what I was getting into. If you buy the top quality gear, you could spend as much on that as you would on a motorcycle, and that's not a lie. You can spend $800 on a helmet. You can spend $800 on a jacket. You can spend $1,200 on a tracksuit. You can spend. You see my dog? He wants to play. He's going there, and he's not happy. I'm not playing with him because I'm making a YouTube video. Yeah, he's not happy about it. And if he attacks me, I want you guys to know he did it. You too. I want you guys to know. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna throw this so I can get him out of my face. Okay, so definitely get all you get, all the gear you can. You can spend up to $400 or $500 on riding pants, and you can spend up to $300 on boots. So you're looking at somewhere around $3,000 to $4,000 on the gear alone. And if you want to be super safe, you're looking at trying to get an airbag vest, which I am going to invest in at some point. But you can be looking to get into one of those, and one of those can easily be $1,000. So, you got your jacket, you got your jacket, you have everything you need, and it can get quite expensive. So, I like to tell people, get all the gear first, and if you make that financial commitment to the gear, you're definitely gonna get a bike. The MSF course happens to be the fastest way here in the United States and easiest way to get your motorcycle license versus going directly to the DMV. So do that. Definitely go to the MSF course. I'm going to mine in a couple weeks. I can't wait for it. It's the one thing stopping me from actually getting a motorcycle. I probably shouldn't be buying one right now because, like I said, COVID-19 is it, and it is taking jobs and money away from everybody, including me. So I probably shouldn't, but my dog is continually making noise. So that's that. This is video 1 in my motor vlog. The rest of the video will be to come.